release energy that no longer serves you. I'm Tanya, a phoenix, to lead us to rise from the ashes of your past, to let go of your struggles and fears, and honor your strength and flexibility. Woohoo! Your energy is everywhere, so what fire do you want to feed? Right now is a new beginning for your health and happiness. You will be whole again. Dance it out. Let's go ahead and come on down to the ground. And we'll start out in child. And knees just a little wider than your hips. Maybe just gently rock the fire. By your ears. And come on up into table. Just kind of wiggle it out here. Wiggle the spine, wiggle the hips. And press your hands into the floor. And when you're ready, let's go into cow. Lift your head and tail. Inhale. Exhale, head and tail under. Let's build our fire and be better than yesterday. And let facing your darkness transform you. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. And then take a yogi table where you just bring the spine into neutral. Take your right leg and kick it back. So hips are level. And then reach with your left arm into a balancing table. Balance your breath. Deeper breath. Feel the breath in your belly. And then switch sides. Go ahead and kick the left leg back, straighten the knee, and take the right arm, your right wing, by your ear. And release. And go ahead and sit into easy pose. I'll have you circle your head around. Or you can sit on your heels. I want you to get comfortable. Heart open. Just reaching through your crown, switching directions. Just let the energy flow. Let it go. All right, and inhale, reach on up into your heart. And right here, set an intention for yourself. And be the change that you want to see. And when we go through troubling times, that you let your best self emerge. All right, going back to plank, we're gonna take a plank. And we always modify for how we feel at the moment, at the present moment. And we honor that. That's loving yourself. So here, just take your shoulders over your wrists, and hands are flat. And you can always modify taking your knees to the floor, pulling the belly button in. And then we'll take a side plank when you're ready. And we'll start out on the left side. So you can start out with the left knee down and reaching up with the right arm. So maybe this is where you need to stay. Or you want to challenge yourself a little bit more. You're just going to take that left leg out. You can always bring the right foot in front. And that left foot, you're trying to push the foot flat. Maybe stack. You can always just take it deeper, but stay out of sharp pain. You want to take it to where you're challenging yourself to be better, to be patient, and to trust yourself that you're making the right choices. Choosing to breathe and be present. All right, let's switch sides. So you can start out on the knee, right knee. Open up the left shoulder and hip. Take a breath. And the breath will help set you free to be present. Maybe straighten the right leg. And just loving and accepting yourself for who you are at the moment. Just, I am confident. All right, and release. High plank. And then I'm going to have you lower down, coming on down to the ground. And we'll go into Sphinx, where you can come down onto your forearms. So bring your shoulders forward, pull with your elbows, and then push your shoulders back. Reach up from your crown, not the chin, but from your crown, shoulders back. Deep breath. All right, we're gonna build more strength. So we're just gonna lift the hips into a forearm plank. And again, the hips are lifted. You can always take the knees down. And I'm molting and multitasking. All right. On your knees, bring your forearms back, and we're gonna go into dolphin. So we're building strength. So interlacing your fingers and making sure the elbows aren't wider than your shoulders. Lift your knees and push back. Let your head hang. Push your shoulder blades down your back. Feel the breath in your belly. Everything's gonna be all right. Letting go of the past. And to let your future self thank you right now for working on your health and happiness. And release. Push back to down dog. hands flat. And if your tail is wanting to point down at your heels, that you can push your tail up. You can always bend your knees if you need to. Your hamstrings are probably talking to you. And you just love them with your breath. All right, and release. And we'll work our way to up dog. So just taking plank and bend your elbows back towards your ribs, lower down, and work your way to up dog. Heart open. Love yourself in the dark times and shine bright. And that's how you become the change you want to see. And if you focus on the negative, it can't bring positivity. There's nothing to it but to do it, to love yourself and be inspired in every breath. All right, let's go ahead and open up the back, push back to child. All right, let's work our way back to Sphinx. So you can take high plank and lower down on your forearms. This is nice and gentle. Pushing your shoulders back. And I'll have you drop your chin, holding with your elbows. And then lift your chin as high as you can. And then lift from your crown. And resting, happy face. That you practice happiness with your smile. That it's shining from your heart. And if there's a pose you can't do, just wing it. Just find what your body craves. All right, let's move on to forearm plank. So you're lifting the hips, maybe the knees, but make sure your shoulders aren't rounding forward, that you open your heart. And just a good affirmation is, I am brave, I am courageous, I am confident. All right, let's release and go into dolphin. So let's set yourself up. Enjoy the journey. We're not in a race. So on your forearms, push your hips back, let your head hang between your arms. You can always modify this to be a little more challenging. You'd walk your feet towards your hands. And if you need to back off, you just come down to your knees and push back. All right, and release. Here we go, back to down dog. And you can walk the dog, alternating the knees, or just sway your hips side to side. All right, center, turn your head side to side, nod your head, and release. High plank. And we'll take up dog. So if you want to lower yourself down, to rise up. Rise up out of the ashes. Shoulders back. And release. Push back to child. All right. Let's take your knees towards each other, your hands next to your knees, and then just bottoms up and take your crown to the ground. Push your hands into the floor. And just being present with your breath and loving the moment, loving yourself. And release. And I'll have you sit on your heels or sit in easy pose on your bottom. And we'll go into a breathing exercise. I love breath of fire. So breath of fire is transforming, right? Build courage. Speed of your metabolism. But fight anxiety. So whenever you feel like you're struggling a little bit, that this breath of fire will calm you down. So we breathe from the solar plexus, where we create this fire. And this is the fire that we want to feed. You know, do you want to feed the fire of negativity or the positivity? So this is where you own your stuff, you own your choices, and trust yourself, right? So you're going to trust yourself. And when we exhale, we're going to exhale through the nose, and you're just pushing. And you're just pushing the solar plexus back towards your spine. And when you release the solar plexus, an inhale naturally happens. You're not forcing the inhale. So you just force the exhale, exhale, exhale. And the muscle relaxation will do your inhale for you. So here we go. Are you ready? Inhale. And here we go. And release. And you might need to swallow. And if you need to create water, you just take your tongue to the roof of your mouth and draw a circle and create some salvation, and swallow. So you're building this fire, so you feel the heat just building up on you. And if that's just too much for you, just slow your breath down, all right? We're just feeding off of each other's energy, getting stronger and more flexible in mind, body, and spirit. So let's take another round of breath of fire. Inhale through your nose. And here we go. And release. Big exhale. Big inhale. And so we just feel the feels, and we surrender, we heal, and we allow ourselves to give and receive with our breath. You get what you give. So keep loving yourself. All right, next pose. Are you ready? Ready? Let's go into crow squat. So I love this. Just being a co-creator of what you want out of your health, your happiness, your life, the present moment. So we're just going into crow squat and then getting the feet, the heels down. Ooh, this looks cool. All right. So here you can take your hands to the floor, just kind of see where you need to go. Do you need to go up a little bit? Can you settle in? And some days we just feel like we've hit bottom. But don't let that stick with you, because you can stand up, dust off, and try again. Each breath is a new beginning for you. Each thought, you have a choice. What are you going to own? What fire are you going to feed? All right, and then just come on down gracefully. And we'll go into a twist. So you can straighten the right leg if you need to, left leg over, and just twist. Now if you want to go a little bit deeper, you can bend the right knee, but make sure the right foot is not underneath your left hip, that the hips are level as you spiral to the left. And just stick with your breath. And let it go. And we'll work on a balancing pose where maybe you bring the left foot back to half lotus. And if that doesn't work, just bring the left foot in front. So I'm just going to show you, we're going to work on lifting up. So hands flat. If you have blocks, you can place blocks underneath your hands and lift up here. Half lotus, same thing. Full lotus. So pull the belly in, lift up, and breathe. And just know that the energy flows where the attention goes. You've got this. And let it go. Woohoo! And we'll switch sides. So just crossing the right leg over. And how deep do you want to go on this twist? To the right. So not really leaning back, but you're spiraling to the right, pushing your spine more upright. Deep belly breath. And just having more passion for life, for the moment. And release, bringing your right foot back. And we're just empowering ourselves. We're building our core strength. We can lift up. You know what to do. Do it to it. Rely on your breath. And let it go. And we'll go into boat. So just setting yourself up, lifting the spine. The spine and the neck are at a diagonal, and you can hold on to the thighs. Maybe kick them. Maybe you release. So if you notice that your spine wants to arch, you're gonna have to lower the legs. Maybe hold on to the legs. But it's okay to rock the boat. because you can always rise again stronger. A better version of you. All right, and release. Forward fold. And I'm just going into a butterfly fold where I've taken the feet towards each other, dropped the knees out. Just letting go of energy that no longer serves me. And come on up. Come on up to come on down. Gotta get up to get down. You gotta get down to get up. So on your back, we'll take a twist, releasing. And switching sides. Take a couple breaths. When we go through hard times, this is where we really find the courage to be our better selves, to emerge from the ashes, to be who you want to be. After you're done freaking out. All right, now just hug your legs into your chest. And I want you to take a pose that I like to call this whatever's clever for you. What would resonate with you? Something I may have missed that you are craving. And I'm going to go into Deaf Man, so it's kind of, I just take myself into plow. And I drop my knees towards my ears. And I just wanted to feel that nice flexibility. But do what's right for you. And release, lower yourself down, and push your heart up off of the earth, your spine off of the earth. Drop your shoulders toward your spine. Into fish, look towards the earth. And let go. And just turn your head side to side. And just feel the peace that you created, the love that you created. All the courage. And the flexibility. We find that balance. And again, just your future self is giving you a hug right now, thanking you for taking this time to feel better. And when you're ready, go ahead and just turn to the side. And push yourself on up. And come into easy pose and reach on up. And we rise above and fill our hearts with love and become free in mind, body, and spirit. With hope, intentions, action, trust, patience, we rise up to be better, feel better, and be better than we were before. You can do all of that. Thank you for your energy. Namaste. Mwah! Yay! Give yourself a hand. Great job. All right, see you real soon.